Overwatch has made some great changes over the years, and especially the last year alone, but one factor has remained, and it is going to hurt the game long term, and that's just the overall hero design, both aesthetically and gameplay wise. I mean, if you look at it, when was the last time we had an aesthetically pleasing looking hero? I think Alari was the last one back in 2023, or at least someone that looked very unique, because you could make a case for Juno because she's attractive, but she's not necessarily unique, she's just attractive, and that's all she has going for her hero design. I mean, a Martian from Mars, a character that isn't from Earth, and they just give her a simple orange spacesuit and she's a human. There were so many roads and avenues they could have took to make this character unique and stand out, and they didn't. The same case for Vendetta. I think it might even be worse for Vendetta because she is a gladiator, but she doesn't really look like a gladiator. Yeah, she's ripped, she has a few pieces of armor on, but they could have given her a helmet and it would have made the character look so much cooler. But instead they go for the cuteness appeal almost. Look, she's attractive, so we're not going to put a helmet on her. And I feel like that philosophy kind of needs to go because it's going to hurt the game long term. You already have attractive characters in Overwatch. We need cool characters. We need characters that aren't just pretty boys like Wu Yang. We need characters that actually look cool and are unique. And I think Alari is one of the perfect examples of having a cool aesthetic while also being attractive. It is possible, but she has another issue of just having boring gameplay, and I think that's an issue that a lot of these characters post 23 have had post Overwatch 2. Maybe boring isn't the right word, but just not unique, not interesting, not something where you're going to go out of your way, like, man, I'm going to go out of my way to play Overwatch 2 Alari. I really just want to place a pylon and shoot people. Or I'm just going to play Life Weaver because charging up heals and shooting it at people for the entire game is just so much fun. This is really going to affect Overwatch long term because people are gravitated towards characters that they find cool looking, where their gameplay is fun and unique. And we just really haven't seen that with Overwatch 2. Vendetta was a real opportunity to have a really unique character with a unique design, or at least a cool design. She should have had a helmet. If she would have had a helmet, her design would have been a lot better. Instead, she just has some armor on and then it's just her face. Boring, and it's like every other character we've gotten. Then you look at someone like Freya, a bounty hunter, but she does not really look like a bounty hunter. Her voice lines are very boring and her aesthetic is just boring. Her entire character is boring, and even her gameplay, I never had fun playing Freya. I don't know if other people have, but I find her gameplay just also boring. She's just a boring character overall. She adds nothing to the game. Wu Yang is just a dude in clothes. His gameplay, I mean, they have one gimmick with him, right? You can control his water balls and make it go around corners, but really that's the only unique aspect of his kit that there is. He's boring to look at, and his gameplay is nothing special. And I think the worst offender of anything here is Hazard. When he was known as Freak earlier, before he was released, he had some really cool concepts, and the concept of the character alone is cool. Someone that just modded out their entire body to help with heists, to help for their own selfish gain, and he looks like just a dude in a jacket. They had so much opportunity to make this character look unique, and he's just the guy. What happened to the talking animals? What happened to the jumping apes? What happened to the hamsters and the balls? What happened to the floating Omnics? We're just getting humans in basic clothes now. We haven't gotten an Omnic hero since Ramatra, and it doesn't help that none of their gameplay is really that interesting. Overwatch 2 needs to start taking risk with their hero designs. They could afford it. They could afford to have one stinker if it means trying to stand out and be unique, because the rest of the game is great right now. The game modes, the maps, right? We have stadium, we have perks, everything around the game is great, but we can't just have these boring, uninspired hero designs. We need something special, something that's going to stand out, something that's going to make people go, oh wow, that character looks interesting, I'm going to go and download and try out Overwatch 2. I haven't played Marvel Rivals in a long time, right? I just don't find the game fun. But when I saw Deadpool was in 3 different categories and had a whole skill tree, it's like, man, this character is unique. I'm going to go and try him out. And I did reinstall the game. It's the same thing as always, right? I downloaded it, I played 2 matches, I get bored and I hop off. But it made me re-download the game again because it's a unique hero. And I have never opened up Overwatch 2 for that reason. I've never opened up Overwatch or got back into it when after like a few month hiatus because I saw that a new hero got added. None of their heroes have been that standout-ish. They need to stop releasing vanilla heroes for base game and then start experimenting them in stadium. They need to start having heroes be unique, take risk with heroes out the gate, not rely on a separate game mode to make the heroes interesting. And please, can we just get some cool looking characters for once, some unique looking characters, some Omnics, something that isn't just a human in clothes. It'd be be like so appreciated. Right now, Overwatch is in a great state, but we could always make it better, and it needs to be better from a hero design perspective, because that's what people get into the game for in the first place. They want heroes that look cool, that maybe they relate to, that have a cool and fun gameplay loop. Get them into the game so they could experience the great game that Overwatch is and everything Overwatch has to offer, because you don't have the privilege that Marvel Rivals has, right, where they could just go into a comic book, pull out a character, and they already have the design, they have the personality, and they have what they could use for a gameplay kit, right? That's both an advantage and disadvantage for Overwatch, and Overwatch needs to start capitalizing on it. Anyway, let me know what you guys think down below. Do you think Overwatch's 2 heroes have been boring? Have you played Overwatch 2? Do you even care about Overwatch 2 anymore? Let me know in the comments down below, and I will see you guys in the next one.